Live from deep in an underground bunker in East Tennessee, this is America's premier mortgage fuel services expert, Paul Williams.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I'd like to welcome you back to another edition of Foreclosurepedia Podcast. Foreclosurepedia Podcast presentation of the Foreclosurepedia Radio Network. Today is the 30th of October. It's 15:34 hours. It's a balmy 60 degrees where I'm talking to you from, over here by the Cumberland Gap at the Foreclosurepedia General Headquarters. Had some great news. Wanted to blast this out right away. Today we were interviewed on Media Matters out in Nevada, and during that interview we were actually discussing an article, a story that had broken the Detroit News about 6,300 plus properties being bought by a gentleman out there for about $3.154 million. And we had actually had to reach out to the Detroit News. Christina McDonald out there, she had misspelled a company, and that spelling was very critical. It was very critical to show the intricacies of how the United States Department of Housing and Urban Development operates vis-a-vis its prime vendors and its sub-vendors in its network. And at that point in time, Foreclosurepedia, in conjunction with All Day LLC, was actually offered the opportunity for a pilot radio show on Fox News. Now, Media Matters is affiliated with Fox News. We're really excited to put this forward, and I think this is going to be a great show, folks. It's going to be a great show, so we're going to dedicate a month to it. First, I tell you what, before we cue clip one, I'm going to go ahead and let everybody listen to the entirety. It's about a minute 30 or so. I'm going to come back in a minute. Go ahead and roll clip one. United States Department of Housing and Urban Development. So,
well, Paul,
yes, sir.
Paul, I wanted to jump in right now. This is such unbelievable and interesting. Here's what I want to do, Aaron, with your permission. Let's you get a hold of Paul. Yeah. And let's put together a 30-minute show in the next week or so, okay?
Yeah,
and let's do it for Fox News. This is news. This is news that deserves a little more than the 3-minute to 4-minute sound bites that we have here on AM News. So, hey, Paul.
Sure, yes, sir.
Now, what's going to happen, Aaron's going to get a hold of you. We're going to schedule a show. We're going to do it for Fox. Okay, brother?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I appreciate it. Now, I'm really excited about this because of the fact that as opposed to, say, Foreclosurepedia, which is more of a written media format, this is going to be an opportunity to actually get into the nuts and bolts of the mortgage field services industry. It's going to be a tapered down, if you will, agenda. It's obviously not going to be as hard hitting with respect to the how shall we say creative language that I am well known for, the rhetoric as many call it. But this is going to be great because what we're going to be able to do is actually get in there. We're going to speak with experts out there, experts whom are both within management and labor. We're going to speak with experts in the industry. We're going to speak with financial experts. We're going to talk about how, if you will, economics actually impacts our industry and the ability, if you will, to predict. You see, that's the key in our industry, the ability to predict not only trends, but, if you will, predict the quantum future to be able to best address things. And I'm not just talking about numbers. We're not just talking about volume here. Weather. For example, the ability to be on top of weather to predict the potential for calamity upon our clients' properties. And at the end of the day, that's our bread and butter. We're going to be able to actively engage firms out there. I think there's going to be a lot of firms that are going to step up, but we're going to be able to engage them not only in the interview process, but also from the advertisement level. You see, folks, this is going to be, this will not be a podcast. This will actually be a radio show. It will be an hour-long show. It'll be once a week. It'll 4 times a month. And this is going to be the ability for those out there in the industry, both management and labor, whom are really wanting to become involved in the creation of at least a semi-level landscape, and also addressing the fact that at the end of the day, we serve at the luxury of our clients. That's the reality. We are here to tend to those properties. So I'm really excited about this, folks. If you have any questions, comments, if you want to become actively involved, if you want to speak about the metrics, about how many stations this is going to be simulcast upon, feel free to reach out to me. COO@foreclosurepedia.org. You can always reach me on the Foreclosurepedia hotline. That is 865-314-7139. So like I say, folks, this is historic and this is monumental. Make no mistake whatsoever that, this is going to be a partnership with Media Matters and, also with the Fox News Network. I'd like to thank you all for your time today, and I hope you have a great weekend. God bless America, and God bless you. So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. As usual, you may reach me on Google Plus at D. Paul Williams, LinkedIn, Paul Williams, and the LinkedIn group Property Preservation Consortium, Twitter, Foreclosurepedia. We stream all our podcasts on iTunes, Foreclosurepedia. We have our screencasts over on YouTube, the Foreclosurepedia channel, and always at foreclosurepedia.org. We'd like to give a special shout out to Amazon.com, whom provides our S3 podcast and video storage, and Cloudflare for hosting Foreclosurepedia in 24 different geo-positioned servers, pro bono as well. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, feel free to give me a shout out, COO@foreclosurepedia.org.